It's episode 238 of the Blathering Live. I'm Ken Napzok here on a Thursday. This is kind of our main show. No show Saturday, so this is definitely the big show of the week. And we're here in a rainstorm in Los Angeles, which is why I'm dressed like some sort of bank robber from some Batman 66 episode. And we're going to have a lot of fun tonight talking about horrible things. Well, we'll see how much we get into it. Yeah, the world's the world, right? On the show tonight, I do have, I want to talk a little bit about, change. We'll spend about 5 minutes on it, but I want to talk about when do we know people, i.e. politicians, actually change. And then I have a theory on maybe what we should do. But it's not to stoke violence like our commander-in-chief did today. No, Caroline Levitt says, no, he didn't. What about what they did? Not about what he. What about what they did? We'll talk about that. Also, start the. We'll start the Turkey Day. I mean, I'm not going to broadcast on Thursday next week either. Jesus, man, what have we got? Am I just taking the whole month off? Am I lazy? Goddamn lazy. We have. I want to know your favorite turkey sides, and this comes from an actual conversation I had today, and I didn't quite know what the answer was. I'm heading out of town on the weekend. Going to spend early Thanksgiving with my folks on the weekend. And my mom called me today and was like, hey, what do you want for your sides? And I just, in my head, was like, well, you know. And then I was like, well, wait, what do I know? What do I want for my sides? In the end, we settled on mashed potatoes, which is like my favorite thing, and gravy. I love that. But there was a lot of other options. And I for the first time in my life, I was like, I mean, this is a given, but is it a given? Is it a given? So we love debating food here. So we won't do a full-on bracket, blather bracket, but we'll play around with that a little bit. Vermont Mike says sage stuffing. Telly Quinn says stuffing. Kate's here. She says, Jeff and I are going to make a chicken casserole, mashed potato, green bean casserole, sweet potato. I like all of this. Ryan says green beans. Thanks for the channel memberships, Jared, gifting those. If you get a gifted channel membership, use that as a chance to call in. Call in by becoming a YouTube channel member or a Patreon supporter at patreon.com/Napzok. Thanks to the patrons yesterday who hung out with me for the Young Guns 2 watch along. I do apologize. I had to change the link a few times. I finally understood what Patreon wants from me to make the live stream smoother, but then I had an echo problem that we didn't know till 49 minutes. And then we did try to blame it on this guy, producer Steve, but it wasn't your fault, Steve. It was my fault. So apologize for that.
I'll take the blame. Happy Thursday. That's my role. I'll fall on the sword for the test stream. That's as the unofficial producer. That's what I can take credit for. But that was fun.
But it wasn't
I appreciate you having me.
But it wasn't you. It was me. I had a setting wrong.
I was the one echoing. But yeah, it was your fault. So
no, it was my fault. Yeah. Yeah. So quick. What's your favorite turkey side or your T-Day side?
Oh gosh. Probably everyone keeps saying stuffing, so I'm kind of a basic bitch, and I think I'm also with stuffing. David Mackay has the right idea, though, more turkey, because I'm always like a 2 or 3 plate guy on Thanksgiving, and I don't really eat a lot of turkey outside of Thanksgiving, but I never eat stuffing outside of Thanksgiving.
Same.
I'm a mix it all together guy. Like on Thanksgiving, though, we can talk about this later, but like I can eat all of it together. Like you can just put gravy on all of it and just close your eyes and
absolutely. Gravy goes on everything. You're like my old friend, his father, rest in peace, Bob Smith. He was a dump it all into like the center of the plate and stir it around, and he'd make that dad joke every time. It all goes in the same, and who knows where it comes out. But I despise yams. But Vermont Mike does say something like, for decades I finally come to terms with yams, but please no marshmallows. If Vermont Mike likes yams, that's not the yams aren't the problem. What Mike said is the truth. Marshmallows. That's why I don't automatically go to stuffing, Steve, because I can't trust what anyone's going to put in the stuffing. And I can't make my own stuffing, but I don't want some weird bullshit in it. I don't want that. I just crouton, sauce, celery, something. No raisins. No, it's a New England nut. Like nothing. Give me goddamn stuffing.
So you've come over to the dark vanilla side of give me shit the way it's just supposed to be. I don't need all this fancy stuff. Welcome to the club. It's nice here. It's nice and predictable, and we know what we're gonna get. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. I'm with you though. I like my basic stuffing. I don't raisins, marshmallows. God, yeah. Well, you
No,
put
yeah,
marshmallow with
I've
your
seen it. I've seen it, which is might be why I don't like yams or something like that. I probably saw it early on and was like, that's too yams and marshmallows, and absolutely not. I mean, sweet and sour and sweet and savory. I get that there. We're gonna get
Like
to a
if you have
little.
to shoehorn marshmallow into something, you were like
Yes.
acknowledging it's bad. You know what I mean?
And what's like the little? There's like a dessert sometimes. It's like, and it's got like marshmallows and coconut strands in it. Straight to the pit of Hades with that, whatever the hell that is. Just like the prosecutor told Billy the Kid yesterday in the watch along, I'm going to send you to the pit of Hades. There you go. See, Michael McCarcel says this. My family makes several stuffings, all well seasoned and delicious. He's a good Cajun boy. I got to imagine Cajun stuffings are delightful. Michael, call in later and tell us what's in your stuffings.
I'd be worried in Cajun stuff and something's gonna like jump out and like bite me or sting me or something. But that's just how I am about all Cajun.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you'd be like, what's that? And then on the other end of the table, someone's uncle will be like, when they come right there, the crawfish come get me. Yeah, I was gonna get you, man. That's exactly what it is. Waldorf. I don't know what the hell a Waldorf salad is. I don't know, but I've heard of it.
I don't either.
I've heard of it, but I couldn't pick one out of a lineup if it murdered me. And I was a ghost. Yeah. Also on the show tonight, since I'm not here Saturday, I did get a Buzzball chiller because I went to 7-Eleven this morning for coffee because I just was too lazy to make it in the house. So I was like, well, I liked this last time. I don't know what I'll do with it. A super chat will unlock it, just one. And then maybe you all determine what I do with this after we get through some of the stuff here. We do have Game of Thrones tonight. No science. Addie is seeing Wicked 2, The Wickeding. Wicked for Good or something like that. Wicked. I said it like Wicket the Ewok. So hopefully she's got. Also, hot take tonight. Steve hates cars. That's coming in a bit.
Yes,
it's coming in a bit. We're talking about some news here, but a little bit of business here too. This is just go with me. This is not the right thumbnail, but December 2nd is the release for the new Moonager single "End of the Road." This is my musical project with Brian Tiller, lead and guitars and everything, and then Sean Arnold, bass, engineering, producing, everything. Jonas Berggren, drums. We got him to do some drums again. We'll have a video out with the lyrics visualizer as this ill-formatted photo is. I should have fixed this. But this is a tune I'm very proud of. It is officially, you could call it a breakup song. It's a breakup song, but it's all lyrics by me with a little help from Brian. It is, as Brady says, sad bastard music. And Michael picked it up because you can pick it up on Bandcamp. You can actually get it now. I'll just say that. But Bandcamp is I love Bandcamp, but they do this thing where you set the release date and you're like December 2nd, 2025. And they're like, great, it's live now. And it just pisses me off every time. But available for streaming and all the other places. But Bandcamp, the money goes directly to our pockets because we're Gilded Age capitalists. All right, a little bit of news, Steve. What do you make? What do you make of the president threatening Democratic political individuals, calling them treasonous, seditionists? Hang them, hang.
Half of me just thinks it's Thursday, and the other half is like, this really is just another example of how the fourth estate has completely failed us, Ken, because they should not be talking about literally anything else in big, giant capital letters than this. And yet you go watch the news and they're beating you over the head with like 12 different things.
Yeah. And for me, you're right. I do this. It's not to belittle it or make it smaller. You and I aren't saying that, but it's a Thursday. Like, this is what he does. So I don't need a lot of people pointing it out to me. I'm kind of getting tired of just, yep, absolutely. Got it. But what are the solutions? But also, I don't want to say I don't take him seriously. I don't take him seriously, but there's too many people that do. Yeah. And, with the murder of an attempted murder of elected officials in Minnesota, like this is the shit we're going to deal with. And we obviously know it's hypocritical. We obviously know that this is the people that stand up there with a straight face, Mike Johnson. Well, the violence comes from the left. Like, absolutely, sure, absolutely, Grinder Mike. Like, this is what we're expected to believe. So, anyways, I don't have much more on it because I, quite frankly, Steve, was getting ready for the show and didn't dive into it today. Hey.
It was one of those days where they kind of just a lot of the conversation was about how serious to take it. The Democrats even held a press conference. Hakeem Jeffries went up there and said a bunch of nothing. But they had to say, I mean, they were at the point where you kind of do have to say something. I mean, they're the president's talking about hanging people or reposting things about hanging people. Because the Democrats had to get out in front of that in case some nutso in the next 48 hours, pops off at somebody. We got accountability is out the window. No one has consequences anymore unless you're not white and wealthy and vote for one side. So it's just I'm at the point where I'm a news nut, man. I was a journalism student. I'm getting tired. Like from the deluge of just not even just the deluge of bullshit, Ken. It's
that's a good word.
The lack of the lack of just like anything coming from it, from either a consequences side. Are we learning from any of this side? Republicans just keep going crazier over their edge, and Democrats just keep taking body blows like it's Rocky in the 11th round.
Yeah,
but it's like there's no noble cause at the end, though, unless you do something.
Right. Yeah, that you mentioned Hakeem Jeffries, and I think every time he speaks now, I just do the slow like just wake me when you're out of office, I guess. I don't know, I don't have an answer for what the response to this is, other than, like you said, to kind of almost for the record and liability purpose, to be like, we'd like to officially submit that was wrong.
Right.
So that when something happens.
Yeah. So when I can tell my kids in 15 years, hey, when all this shit happened, what did you do? All I could, and say, this is bad, voted against it, and, try to teach you to be a decent human being.
Yeah. When you got Caroline Levitt up there with her cross, who might be one of the worst characters in this play that we're stuck in watching. Her husband, 32 years older than her. God bless you. Make your own choices. I get it. But for her to she gives this big well, what about what Mark Kelly and the rest have done? That's the real problem. They're telling people to not follow lawfully given orders, and the reporters are like, no, they said illegal orders, which has been the thing for the entire time the military's existed, and there's just this disassociation, and then I worry about out in Bumblefuck USA, where they're cleaning their shotguns and hatching a plan to take care of the traitors. That's what the worry is.
It didn't take much stronger language than this for the January 6th thing to happen. I thought one of the most disheartening things out of the Levitt press conference today was not only what about what they said kind of action to that, it is the fact that she very clearly said no orders that President Trump give are illegal orders. This administration does everything by the book. That is quite literally the party is telling you, don't believe what you see, believe what we tell you.
Yes.
And so that's the dangerous kind of stuff our media should be talking about. Instead, they're doing Miss Piggy memes. And that's why we're all screwed. Sorry, I'm in a bad mood today.
I love it. Well, let's talk about something good. And that is Magic the Gathering. I'm kidding. MTG. Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's been this ongoing conversation. I had a good conversation with it on Tuesday with Pat Conkey on Culture, Faith, and Politics. Thanks for those who hung out watching us launch that show. It's my little job over there and having a lot of fun. And Pat's just a great dude. He's just a really great dude. I really like him. But I kind of thought I unlocked this in my mind about trying to explain. And I'll start here. I'll start the bidding here. Do I trust her? Absolutely not. Do I need to trust her? Absolutely not. Everyone's talking about pro wrestling, which I've done it too. It's a face turn, which turns to a heel turn, which turns all this kind of stuff. I also say let her cook. This is similar to my response on Newsom. I don't worry about his policies. Don't worry about if he runs for office. Just let him cook on the meme wars. Just let it happen, because that stuff pisses them off. It pissed off Nixon back in the day. He sits up there in the Oval Office. I don't like me. That's what despots need. Is they need love. That's what their souls are broken. Let her do what she's going to do, because maybe it will change someone. But my thing is, at the end of the day, Steve, what do you do? What do you do with someone like that? because I have my own change journey, which I've been open about, right? And I am all for change journeys. I say it. I'm still a Grand Platinum person. Don't care about his tattoos. I really don't. Because what you're trying to tell me is, do you think I think he was a Nazi then or now? I don't. He's got to prove it. He handled it badly, but change journeys are important to me because you all didn't know me 15 years ago. And there's things I said that I thank God aren't on a podcast. There's things I still work through that I don't work through on a podcast. Change journeys are important to me. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Steve, it's not on a change journey, right? She's not.
It's not a change journey as much as it's the enemy of my enemy is right at this exact moment in space and time, not my friend, but not also my direct enemy, right?
Yeah.
Like this is not even the United States and the Soviets in World War II, right? Like we're not even that warm. This is like Godzilla and another monster, like with some very light truce because we don't want to get nuked by, the Americans kind of a thing. So I think you let her go. She's what she's really good at is being rabid on single issues, right? And she knows how to sling shit from a political standpoint as far as getting people fired up, targeting the base with messaging. She's good at. She's a wacko because she was a QAnon person. Let's make that very clear.
Oh yeah, and the whole Sandy Cook start to her career.
Right,
yeah.
exactly.
No.
Yeah. Like
a
when
lot
you're
to
denying
apologize
school
for.
shootings, you've got a lot to come back from. But when you are, if you're gonna sit there and swing at the king, I'm not gonna grab the bat in the middle of your backswing. Like you do you, girl. Like go do your thing. Yeah. But if you get your ass kicked, I'm also not gonna pick you up. So I mean, I'm happy to have you, but not gonna the whole big tent thing that Raskin or whoever was talking about. I was like, get the hell out of here. There is no room. I'm sorry, but there's no room in the tent for someone who denies school shootings. Tell us you were wrong about all of that, and then you can have some redemption. But you don't get to just be pro Epstein bad and then also still be terrible about everything else.
Yeah. In the moment you're saying things, we go, it's good. What about the other things? Yeah, absolutely. We're on the same page of that. And as far as the big tent, you get to come in the lobby for cookies. You do not get to go past the rope and join the actual party. But and that's maybe the thing that's mature because there are change journeys that are real, and I'm here for them. Legion Miller had a great video about this. This is what kind of made me, in the end, go, I'm going to continue to give Plattner a chance. It really clarified some of the issues for me. She didn't come down on an answer or a side, just kind of said, here's some things to consider. I really recommend you all watch Legion Miller's channel. But with Marjorie, it's the Raskin stuff who I do like saying, like, let's just go. Yeah, for once she's agreeing with us. And that's where the conversation ends. We don't have to invite her to lunch. This isn't, we're not pals.
It should be an opportunity to just keep saying, hey, hold up the mirror. Like, guys, even she is agreeing with us on this. Like, this isn't rocket science. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's like this.
So
we'll see. They got 30 days to clean up whatever the hell they were going to do anyways, and it's all going to be a shit show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
So the 2 points, I brought this up on the show I was on Tuesday with Pat, and hearing her talk, I think of General Hux from Rise of Skywalker when he's outed as the traitor, and they're like, "Why are you helping us?" He's like, I'm not doing this so you could win. I'm doing it so Kylo will lose." Like that's her right now.
Yes.
And then in terms, because everyone's going to the pro wrestling thing because everyone's an insider now. Got it. But I think it's more from Young Guns. Now we just watched Young Guns 2. You haven't seen Young Guns in a while, but there is a key point in the film Young Guns, 1988, where William McCloskey in real life, played by Jeffrey Blake, shows up, and he had been for the Murphy gang, and he shows up to the door of the Tunstall gang, and he's like, "I'm here to join up," and they're like, "You're part of the Murphy gang." He's, "No, I'm not. He did this and this and that, and I'm against him, and I want to join up." And they're like, "Okay, you join on up." And then he's with the team. And he's good to go, and he's one of the boys. He's one of the regulators. And then on one of their first missions, Billy the Kid picks up on something and comes up to him and is like, "Oh, yeah, what trail should we take?" And he's like, "Oh, we should go that one there." And Billy the Kid shoots him in the head because he watched as he looked over at the Murphy gang and it's giving him a little signal. He was a rat on the inside. Now, I want to be clear, because I just spoke out against the president's violence. That's a movie. I'm not saying all you progressives pull out your guns and go go chase down MTG. That is not what I'm suggesting. I'm using this analogy to just remind us all that you don't have to trust her any more than her word right now. Just go that far, let it play out, and if she's absolutely repentant, we'll know. But we don't know right now. Let's leave it at that with MTG.
Yeah, and I don't think there's no need to ask for any more of them than that, right? Because
yes.
We'll know this in about 45 days or so, right? I imagine by New Year's we'll know how committed she is to this, because we'll see when things, what files and what information comes out and what kind of actions is recommended, all that jazz. So,
well, there you go.
Yeah, that's assuming again that we're not at war with Venezuela or somewhere or Nigeria or something Canada by Thanksgiving,
or that we
Canada,
aren't.
We might still pull that card.
Or we aren't on Saudi Arabia's side and some other war that breaks out. And but what you're right. This is Thursday. This was the week in which they passed the bill to release the Epstein files, and it already seems like, remember last year or remember 10 years ago? Crazy times. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. That's the show. No, we are going to be talking to Jared soon here for some GOTs. My rewatch continues. But Steve, you know what? Let's do the hot take now, because I want to get calls after if your hot take is too smoking. This is our new segment, Producer Steve's Hottest of Takes. And I'm saying hottest of takes because my friend Billy Business had his show Hot Takes, and we just can't have that kind of copyright infringement. Steve, I don't know anything other than what you said, so you take it away.
Yeah, fuck cars. That's the headline. Yeah, fuck cars. Okay. So Ken, here's where this happened. So I had to drive through rush hour traffic today in Northern Virginia, which is an absolute hellhole, traffic wise. Love the area, but don't like driving in it. Okay. And I get it. Everyone says their traffic everywhere is bad. This is one of those places where it's really bad.
Sure.
Anyway, I think the automobile was a mistake. I think the American freedom dream of us all having a license and being able to get in our Mustang and take Route 66 and go wherever the hell we want and put our arm out the window. I think it was all. I think we made a mistake.
Okay.
I'm with Brady 100% here. I think we should increase public transportation tenfold. If you want your own personal transportation, let's automate it somehow. You want someone to figure out the driverless cars. What's that?
You want us to be bus people?
I want us to be not in control of the vehicles that are taking us places, people.
Oh, that's the true wrinkle to this. This isn't just about traffic or too many cars or the car culture that we've got ourselves stuck in. This is about the people behind the wheel. At the wheel.
I can't. Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be very, very clear about this.
Be clear.
I do not understand when I sit in rush hour traffic, and not like not moving rush hour traffic, right? Because how can anyone screw that up, right? I'm talking about like going 35 and a 55 rush hour traffic, which is almost like worse in some ways because everyone's doing the cutting each other off and right? And 4-lane highways, we got everyone has to go faster, but we're only going 35.
Okay.
I genuinely look around and I'm like, how did you all make it to adulthood? Like how like how did you not fall from a tree or fall down a well or like get run over by a bus or get eaten by a bear, like, or forget how to breathe? Like, how did you all make it here and all be in my way at this present moment in time and all be this bad at this? We're driving 4,000-pound boxes filled with gasoline and we have absolutely no regard for what the hell we're doing. Everybody that I look around is like on an iPad. We're not even fuck phones, dog. We're on the actual like iPad.
Well, every car now has a big screen TV in the dashboard.
Right.
It's just right there.
And they're just watching Netflix in traffic. And it's like, instead of, God forbid you use a turn signal if you go anywhere. Around here, it's like if you use a turn signal. It's like, oh, no, that means I have to get ahead of you because that means you're trying to pass me. And it's like a whole thing. And like, I took the Eagle stickers off of my car because I was convinced people weren't letting me over in traffic because I had an Eagle sticker on the back of my car.
Goddamn Commander fans. The turn indicator is a lost art. It's one of those things where I don't want to blame younger generations. Brady, calm down. I'm not blaming you. But I'm sometimes like, do younger people know what those are? Like, do they just not know what those are?
Right.
This little stick that makes a noise? Nope. You never plugged into that?
God forbid you tell someone where you're moving your 45-mile-an-hour death machine, right? Like, God forbid, you know. And everybody, I see, if you work again, I'm coming after people right now, so I'm sorry, I'm heated. If you drive a giant ass pickup truck, like a huge pickup truck where you can't see over the fucking hood of the stupid thing, and you don't like haul rocks, it's absolutely a blinker, Jeffrey. That's 100% what it is. It's a blinker. Yeah, and you don't like haul rocks every day for your job, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yes, this is car bloat. It's toxic masculinity, and it's conservatives. All right. Yeah. I absolutely blame all those three things. And I 100% will judge you if you have a supersized truck in the city and it doesn't look like you've worked on it. Like you've used it. Like if you got a decal that says Bob's Plumbing, gotcha. I got you, buddy.
Sure. Yeah.
But I almost Saturday night host this great show for Wendy Liebman. I'm walking back to my car, walking on sunshine, had a great time. Out of a blind parking structure entrance that has no like mirrors, they should block this off anyways. I almost get run over by one of these trucks, and they couldn't see me. I'm 5'9", I'm 6'1", I'm 5'9", and they couldn't see over the hood to really see I also have a supersized head. Ask Brady, he's met me. You could planets, moons could go around my head. They couldn't see me. I almost died, and I had to do the whole like, whoa, you know?
Yeah. I mean, this is also just me becoming like a grumpy, like old dad in a sense too, because I see all these dudes with these giant ass trucks drive like going 50 miles an hour down my 25-mile-an-hour neighborhood street, right?
You don't know,
knowing that they couldn't see a child in front of them. It's just like it's like I know they're just going to work at an office in Tyson's Corner or something somewhere. They're not going to work in some. There's no quarries around here. I live in suburbia. For God's sakes, like where the hell are you doing? What are you doing with that truck? It's just you're just gonna hit some poor kid.
Again, if you I know because I've said this and I think I've in the past I made fun of this like Saturday Night Napzok era, and like I think I lost some listeners because I knew some listeners had some of these trucks. Like in my hometown, there's some spots where the roads are only recently paved, but there's a bunch of houses, like entire communities out on dirt roads. And I actually got stuck one night in a Plymouth Colt. Like, all right, if you need your truck, but it is all the same dudes that feel tough, feel strong, and I will mock them absolutely to their faces. One dude the other day, I almost was involved in road rage, Steve, but I was on foot with a Chihuahua. I was holding Francis at there's a kind of complicated intersection around me that I will admit is complicated. And there was a person kind of not understanding to do it. And the people behind kept honking, and they were in one of those trucks. And I just got so mad that I don't scream or yell. I just stood out in the middle of the road and stared at them. And they're like looking at this dude with this beard and a Chihuahua in his hand. And they're like, don't move. That dude's going to do something.
He might stab us. Yeah.
Because it's the attitude behind the truck. So I know that's not where you want to go. You're just going to fuck automobiles overall. And I agree with you.
I mean, it's in the same vein. I mean, and that it really just comes down to, yes, I've worked remote for like the last 3 years or so now. And so I'm not experienced in rush hour traffic hardly at all. So having to be in it again for the first time in like 3 years just absolutely set my brain off. And I was like, you know what? No, we need to rethink all of this. This is bad. This is bad.
Climate Town has a great video about how car culture got us in the 50s. Yeah, also, but beyond the car culture and the political stuff that in there, and I unapologetically make it political. If you drive one of those big trucks, I'm going to assume a lot about you. You have to work to prove me wrong. You have to work to prove me wrong. Like you have to have a trans rights sticker on the back of it, something. Because if I see that truck, I'm like, that dude refuses to acknowledge that 97% of the people ICE arrested have no criminal record. That dude does not acknowledge it. And he listens to Limp Bizkit, and he has no idea how shitty he is. And yes, if you listen to Limp Bizkit, I consider you shitty as well. Even if you do, Steve. But here's the thing. They're one of the worst bands ever to release music. Just absolutely horrendous. But the other angle of this, I don't want to leave this yet, because I really agree with you, Steve. I like driving my car, by the way. I like driving it. I
do too.
I won't move to New York. Yeah, I thought about moving to New York in 2015. My friend was like, "Oh, cool, you can sell your car." I'm like, "That's not cool." No, absolutely. I need to have my car. Yeah. I need it. Like there was my house jolted today. I think there was a little earthquake in the rain. I was like, I need to have my car to get the hell out of here when Putin launches nukes. I need to have control of my own destiny. But all that aside, about 20 years ago, I was driving on 3rd Street, West LA, into Koreatown. There's a great little area called Larchmont Village. You should check it out when you're in town, Steve. There was a lady. We were in the left lane. There was a right lane, which means there's a right lane. Okay, you got me? You got me? We're in the left lane. There's a right lane. Larchmont intersects with 3rd, but it dead ends there. There's a brick because there's some goddamn rich person's house there behind this brick wall. She's in the left lane, puts on a right turn blinker, and goes to make the right turn from the left lane to a brick wall, realizes, stops, crossed 2 lanes, blocking all of us, and then just sits there trying to figure out what she did wrong.
Right.
And that was the moment I realized not everyone should be allowed to drive. We need to take this away. And it's of all ages. I agree with you, Steve. Fuck the automobiles.
Or just make the test harder. And I don't mean that from like an intelligence or it just like I'm gonna, dude, passing my driver's test was like a joke. Like you just sit there and you drive a mile an hour under the speed limit and to go wherever the lady tells you to go, and boom, here's your license. We need a little more, or we need to like refresh them every 10 years or something like that. I don't know, but
actually, you got to go out there, right? Sorry, I'm cutting you off, but like,
no,
yeah, it isn't just a written test. Like every time I renew my license, like I check a box online now.
Right, exactly. It's not you still know how to do this, right? Like from a like literal, rules of the road kind of standpoint. No, I like my car. I like the fact that I can go think. I just hate everyone else on the road around me. I'm sick of all of it.
And I hate you guys, everything about you. I apologize to the Biscuit fans, but also I don't.
That's the Nookie, right? Is that Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Nookie.
Tully's right. Look, Tully's right. There really got to be some laws about when it's time to take the car keys away from grandma or grandpa. My grandfather, rest in peace, passed away in his 90s, and they were in pretty good functional health for longer than other folks. Like they were into the early 90s before they started to really, really, really break down. But he would still get into his little Fiat and his Mitsubishi that he'd fixed himself over the years. And I think he had 6 accidents. like really bad intersection kind of accidents. And I would get in the car and I would try to drive and he would scream at me in his Circassian, I fought World War II and you didn't voice. And so I was like, I would drive and I would text my dad and be like, I think I'm going. I think I'm dying. And I think there needs to be monthly tests because age, the way age works, I think you need to go into the DMV every month if you're after like 80.
Yeah, I imagine this is all going to go totally backwards because as the boomers age, they're going to be so resistant to us taking their keys away that we're going to have an old person's lane before we have an expansion of public transportation. We'll have like a senior lane, like 75-year-old drivers and over before we have expansion of buses and transit.
You see those grocery stores, and I think there's some in England because they're Cheerio over there. But someone can check me on that. I'm just making up that fact because I like making fun of England people. England, I love it though. They have the slow lanes at grocery stores. You seen this, Steve? This is for lonely seniors who want to come to the grocery store and chit chat. And so if you get in that line, you have to understand that this is going to go long because Ned in front of you wants to have a conversation about the weather and butter with the person checking him out because it's the only human contact he gets. And I actually think that's a good idea. I like that idea. In fact, there's a good chance I might get in those lines because I'll banter. But I think we need to have the old person lane. I think we need to have that. Or the skittish, because it's not also an age thing. In LA, when the traffic's free and you're on a highway, and there's that person driving 62 because they're like, oh my God, get off. You got to go. You got to get off.
You got to go. Yeah.
You got to pull off. You got to go.
Yep.
If you're not going 78, what are you doing here? Speed limit 65. Speed limit 82. Get the fuck out of here. Get off. Pull off.
Yeah, the 65-year-old boomers will take advantage of that though, because we can't have nice things. It's just it's wishful thinking. But I like the idea of the solo or the grocery lane like that. That's adorable.
Right?
I wonder if the workers enjoy working that lane or if they're like picking straws every morning. Like, hey, you got to do the grandpa.
I gotta tell you, I hate working cash registers. I am kind of dumb. I don't do math.
Don't do quick math. Yeah,
I don't do quick math.
I'm right there with you, dude.
Okay, and I dig all the way to trigonometry. It was a lie. But I would, if I knew that my local grocery store had that lane, and I would be your specialist. Like, can I get hired just to do that?
Can I do just the old? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know if I'd be doing the blathering. I might cancel the blathering, and that might be my job. I think it would be great. Vulcan Nerd JMB out there in Japan says license in Japan costs like $1,500 or something. And they're like a magnetic sticker for first-year drivers and senior drivers. Japan's got it figured out. That's it. That's the end of the statement.
I was gonna let you sit on that one. I was hoping there'd be something more, but
I've never been there.
Me either. I wouldn't. Japan's one of those places I wouldn't last like 3 days. I couldn't eat anything because I'm all the stuff I'm allergic to. Like unless I went to McDonald's every day, I'd be screwed.
I'm intimidated by it. I did not go to Star Wars Celebration, obviously. I would have if I could have, but I'm intimidated by it. I need someone like JMB to show me around. Everything I see about it, I'm just like, I don't know about that.
And I would also need JMB to be like, oh, hey, there's some, you can go get French fries and like chicken wings over.
Well, there's some cafes that are just like called America, right? And they're like, everyone does like parodies. Yeah. Like they're like, howdy partner, right? JMB, please confirm. So it doesn't sound like I'm an asshole.
I would be the guy that goes all the way to Japan though, just to eat at like Cinnabon, you know? I don't care. I'm there for the trees and the sights and the old shit and the museums, but I'm not a food tourist. Like the best McDonald's I ever had, Ken, I don't know if I've told you this before, the best McDonald's I have ever had in my life, and it wasn't even close, was the McDonald's that is right outside the exit of the Vatican in Rome. Best McDonald's I've ever had. As soon as I had just walked for 3 hours around the Vatican, dude, I had just walked me and my wife, we did our honeymoon in Rome. We're walking around the Vatican. I believe in God again. All of a sudden, I'm like all like I'm bought in, right? Like it all worked. Like I'm looking at the ceilings and everything, and I'm like, oh my God, like this has to be here for. There's no way this is all here for nothing, right? So I'm all feeling good. This. I'm hungry as hell. We walk out. We can either sit at the 400th pizza little restaurante thing that we've done 100 times already, or we can just indulge ourselves in McDonald's. I went inside. The McDonald's was spickle spackle clean. And the food came out, Ken, the way it looks on the menu. The bun was puffy. The fries were overflowing the thingy. Like the ingredients of the burger were spilling out of it. It looked like it was on the picture. I was like, this is heavenly. Like we might have just died, actually, and we're just here.
Blessed by God. That was McDonald's blessed by God.
And they might be like within like the area of effect of still getting some of the residual Vatican blessings. So I think maybe that works. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Pope Leo moved into the Vatican and was like, fuck yeah. There's a McDonald's here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Dude, like, you go right past the gift shop, boom, McDonald's.
I'm trying to think if I have that. I have only traveled internationally once in 2023, so I have a small sample size. In Paris, nah, we didn't. We did. Grace made sure that and I'm glad she did. We really experienced the local food experience. London, I mean, upper crust sandwiches. I mean, that's different. That's a convention. But I'm there's got to be other. If I thought long enough and hard enough, there'd be like, what'd you get when you were in that exotic place? Subway.
Right. Yeah.
Veggie Delight.
Yep.
All right. Let's. I do want to do some GOT, but I also want to. I think Michael McCarcel. I'm gonna have him call in here because. He might agree with us on some points or disagree. I don't know. Detective McCarcel, how you doing?
I built a flashlight today, so I'm feeling pretty chuffed about that.
Okay, why did you feel the need to build a flashlight? Was it built from scratch? Please tell us more.
It was a lab project thing.
Okay.
So the actual like board inside of it was pre-designed and printed for us, but I still like soldered all the resistors, capacitors, and everything to it. So,
Steve, how much soldering have you done in your life?
0. Soldering scares the shit out of me.
Same.
I would love to know how to because I do like computers and stuff, but I had a bad hot glue incident as a kid, and so soldering kind of scares me.
I once put a pencil into the corner of my eye as a kid, so I agree. Cool. Oh, 100% true right here. And I can still feel a little air pocket. It's a miracle I'm not blind. right, so I didn't go like deep in, but it was enough. Michael, what was I got phantom pains right now thinking about it. It was second grade and it was so bad.
Sorry, I didn't mean to trigger.
No,
Self-inflicted.
I'm getting that loin pain right now. You know, it's hurting in the nether region.
Oh yes,
Like,
yes.
It goes down up to the taint. Through no.
Why did I mention that? It's a true story too. Oh my God, I was in second grade. All right, Michael, what was the point of the lesson? To have God light your way?
It was the easiest possible project to introduce us to this particular lab. So it's literally.
Sorry. Okay.
The whole lab is where, like, starting next semester, I'll be using it much more.
There you go, David McKay. I didn't go deep in, but it was enough. That's true. Okay, Michael, what are you calling in for? What's on your mind? And do you agree with Steve and I's hot card takes, which was Steve's big dream today to yell at card?
I'd say it's a pretty lukewarm take because I think enough people agree with you. Like,
you hear that, Steve?
I
hear that, Steve? You thought you were pretty cool, but Michael McCarson comes swinging in here with his Baton Rouge seasoning and says, "No."
I have to deal with. I'm going to be honest. I would wager I have to deal with more of those trucks than both of you combined.
Oh, I agree with you. Sure. You're out there, but that's the home of them.
Every other truck on the road is one. Like, LSU's campus is littered with these giant fucking brand new trucks.
Mm-hmm. Ford 3500, the Silverado 2000.
Mommy and Daddy couldn't actually just hug me and tell me they love me. This was the only way they could express that by buying me this big fucking truck that I'm going to hurt someone with.
That crushes the asphalt and ruins the environment. Yeah.
To be fair, if you turn into an LSU frat boy, I don't really know how much I'd love them anyways as a parent, but whatever.
Yeah, no, they're awful. I hate all of them.
It's just all
right. Michael agrees with us. Michael agrees with us. What is in your stuffing, your Baton Rouge stuffings, Michael?
Mostly like local seasonings and stuff. Like one of my cousins makes a really good crawfish stuffing. It's all the same like breading and stuff that you would normally have in a stuffing. It's got crawfish and it's like,
all right. All right. Steve's so out. Good. Steve's out. You lost me a little bit with the crawfish. Oh. Let me ask you this question. Do I know it's crawfish or am I like, oh, these little chunks of something sure do taste good?
No, it's still like whole crawfish tail.
God damn it! What's wrong with you
down
see the
little eyes looking at you?
Yeah, God bless you.
It's not like the fucking head of the crawfish is in there. It's just the peeled meat from the tail.
Look, we manifest destiny to a lot of land. We colonized, we imperialized, we won wars to not have to eat like we're on the frontier. All right, like chop those heads off, chop the tentacles up.
Again, the head's not in it. It's just the meat from the tail.
But what does it look like? A tail?
No, it doesn't look like a tail. It just looks like a piece of
That's what I asked. That's what I asked. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear.
But it's not like cut up into chunks. It's just like a whole piece. Like it's just one clean piece. It's not like chopped up into some like ground beef mush.
But a crayfish fillet, if you will, Ken.
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Like have you seen a lobster tail?
Yeah, I don't eat lobster. I don't like, and I love shrimp. But if I see the legs and the tail, I don't eat it.
Okay, but again, that's not in there. There's no shell, no nothing, just the actual meat.
I'm with you on that. But the way you're describing it sounds like a descaled tail. And I want to have no knowledge of that. I just want to be like, ooh, what's that? And you'd be like, oh, I had crawfish. Like when I went to New Orleans, the first night at dinner, and Casper Van Diem, that's right, Casper Van Diem ordered gator for all of us, but it was gator nuggets, and I didn't know, and I was like, the chicken nuggies here are great, and he's like, it's gator, and I was like, I will have more. So that's how you got to get it past.
Fried alligator's delicious, and blackened alligator's really good.
Blackened alligator. All right. All right. Okay. Asked and answered. Thank you, Michael. Anything else on your mind, Michael? I appreciate it.
I was going to do a health czar check-in because it's been a little while, but we can save that. But, all right. No. How's it going? You've been posting some things about a lot of junk food, from being honest.
I've been eating really bad. That's what happens when you're broke and depressed. But Like even today, it's really cold here today. Like poor Franny and I are like bundled up. She's been grumpy all day, and I got up, went for a walk before it started raining, went in the gym, worked out for about a half hour. I've been working out about a half hour every day, so it's been consistent. But then, the other night I went and got 6 Del Taco tacos, a quesadilla, and a chicken ranch wrap.
But those second, third of tacos, those 4, 5, 6 tacos were like $1 though, right? Did you get a deal on the second half?
I did. I posted that non-viral, very non-viral clip on it.
Why not save some of the tacos? Why not make it last?
What the fuck are
tacos
you talking
don't save.
About? Tacos don't
Have
save.
you ever put Taco Bell tacos in an air fryer?
First of all, I don't fuck with Taco Bell. Second,
okay, that's all we have here.
I got home about 7:15. This is also the night when I went out to I finished the show with Pat. I was feeling kind of jazzed. I'm like, I'm gonna go get some Del Taco. Car wouldn't start, so I was out there in the rain, jump starting my car. Still drove to Del Taco. Came back 7:15. I was like, I'm gonna eat these at 8 o'clock for American Revolution. So I put them just there, and also warmed them back up. By the time it was already done. It was not an enjoyable meal on many levels because it was like microwave tacos at that point. It didn't work.
That's fair, I guess.
Once lettuce touches something that's warm, you need to eat it fresh.
Yes. The lettuce, Steve, the lettuce is the problem. Warmed up microwaved lettuce is as flaccid as I'm going to be in 8 years. Like, it is just absolutely a problem. No? No? Too far? Bridge too far? Okay.
It's still not worse than the whole pencil lead in the eye, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you just...
All right. Thank you, Michael. I'm gonna get to Evan, then we're gonna get to GOT.
Yes.
I appreciate you, buddy. Let's go to the fire truck. Let's go to the fire. Every time Evan calls in, I should get a sound effect that's like. All right, Evan, you're on the show.
Hey, Ken, just play me in with the theme song to rescue me.
Yep, I love that. Love it, Von Bondi's. Come on.
Yeah.
What's on your mind, buddy? Hot takes? Do you agree? Do you take how much crawfish have you had? How many pencils have you stuck in your eye?
I came close to sticking a pencil in my eye. No crawfish. And Steve, if I live in southern New Jersey, if I saw an eagle sticker, I'm not letting you in either. No chance.
Oh,
yeah,
see.
Well, sorry. I'll just go polish my Super Bowl ring before I go to bed again tonight to make myself feel better.
Oh, take that, Jackson Dart.
I've only got like 2. I have like 4 more months to use that. So
that's true.
That's
true. Much like is it the Dan Patrick show that every time someone calls in, they have to be like 6'2", 230. My cat's name is Buster. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think we got to establish that. We got to establish that with Blathering, where it's like, no pencil in my eye, don't eat crawfish,
right.
And don't like Limbus.
Pick a new one every day, like a new thing. Like you got to call and give us the status on the thing.
Really
right.
Should. I want these calls to sing. Everybody, we're not hanging out. We're putting on a show. Let's do this. All right, Evan. What do you got?
Oh, but I want to hit Steve's take on cars. I'm torn because, again, I'm gonna go on the record. I don't like people getting hurt in car accidents. I don't like car accidents, but I am rather fond of vehicle extrication. I like using the layman's call them the jaws of life. It is one of the more
I love this
enjoyable parts of my job.
I love this. Okay, I love this.
Well,
I love this.
I mean, thank you for doing what you do because we need someone to do it. That I mean, that I wouldn't have the wherewithal to do that, or the be like, I would freak the hell out. I'd scream and like chop my own head off under stress, being able to like have to jaw life someone out of a car. But I'm a little worried about you, Evan.
Well, so Evan, this is what I describe often as first responders' blood, where I don't want to idolize all, including you. I don't want to idolize you all to the point where you're saints who can do no wrong.
Glaze me, Ken. Glaze me for just a second.
But I'm going to glaze you here. But that we run in when people run out energy. It's in your blood, and there is always something that I like back in the day, like a fight, run into a fight, or there's something. But so the jaws of life. Please take me out of no disrespect to anyone who's hurt and injured on the other side or worse. We got that. But please take me to what you love about using the jaws of life.
I guess the best way to break it down is just how powerful those tools are. like if you took those the beak, if you want to call it that, it looks like a bird's beak, and
Yep.
you pinned it to the ground and put it underneath, like even a mid-size SUV. It's depending on how wide your range is, like 24 inches probably on
Mhm.
most standard ones. You're taking that car 2 feet off of the ground just by turning a switch.
Could Michael McCarcel use it on the LSU frat boys trucks?
100%. Flip that thing. They're for show anyway.
And
I
then
still think Evan has a power thing going on.
So when you like what like so if you put it wherever it's needed, right? So it's not like a specific spot. Like if the car's crunch, do you put it in? Do you wedge it into the door, and then it's the sound, it's the crunching, it's the power? What gets you going?
I mean, it's a little bit art to science. There is like a technique depending on, where the impact was. Whether you're trying to pop a door pop is just I'm someone like T-bones me and I can't get my door open now, to where I can go into all the techniques, whether you're rolling the dash and like you're like basically opening the car up upside down like a can or whatever. I could just go on forever about all the techniques into it.
Okay.
Is there a moment? I was gonna say, sorry, Ken. Is there like a moment where it's like popping a blackhead, where you're just like, it's like, you're like, and then all of a sudden it's, pop, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You just hit a light bulb just turn on my head. It's very satisfying. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay.
Or like
amazing.
The crushing of like whatever you see like the.
I love this.
Talking about.
So Jared has an actual question for you too. When we finally launch BlatherCon, the first one, let's admit, it's going to be maybe piggybacked on Star Wars Celebration. If you're here, meet me in a hotel lobby or something. But when this channel explodes, and it's going to explode, this show's going to be dominated
to the moon.
To the moon. And when we got BlatherCon, we got a 3-day event, and Concept of a Plan is headlining our Saturday night party concert and all that stuff. Evan, could you please, on like a Saturday afternoon for one of our panels, could you just do a Jaws of Life demonstration for an hour, and we all get a chance to do it?
I might have to make some very expensive tools disappear from the city for a while, but
yeah, no one's paying attention anymore.
It's like stealing company ink. Like, take a roll of toilet paper home. The office doesn't know.
Yeah, where'd the $10,000 spreaders go? I don't know.
I don't know.
They did that for us in high school.
Yeah,
they did that for us in high school before prom. It was a thing like the week of prom. They had the Jaws of Life come out and like open a car up as like a don't drink and drive on prom night, and then
Evan, have you had the chance to do that, or is that you have to be part of the special PR team?
Our local high school. Okay. We call it Project Crash, but it's usually every other year. That way, kids from every age group see it at some point, whether junior prom or senior prom.
Love that. I love that. I love that stuff. We want everyone to come home safe, including you and your team on the rig there. Jared, the Time Pilot says, do you ever judge TV or movies for their use of said Jaws of Life?
I don't watch too much of, Chicago Fire. I'm surprised that show is still on after a decade, but, people love that procedural, Law and Order type stuff.
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
When people call it the Jaws of Life, I mean, they're called spreaders or cutters or combination tools.
Really?
No one really calls them.
They're
not called the Jaws of Life. It's kind of just like, I don't know where that term. I'm sure the original tools there's probably like a patent pending, the Jaws of Life at some point.
Yeah, that's fascinating. I didn't know that's fascinating because you've all heard me they're not called walkie-talkies. We're not playing Fort on the playground. They're called rovers or radios. They're not walkie-talkies. Don't do over. Don't do any of that shit. So I get it. I respect that. I didn't know that though. I would have called them the Jaws of Life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
But most of the technical experts or whatever, just like military movies have, they're pretty good with their jargon or whatever for the most part.
Would you be interested in when you retire or when you get, when you're kind of, getting ready to transition out to other things, like become a technical coordinator for motion pictures and TV?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
He doesn't want it.
There's a niche there for you, the Jaws of Life guy. Seriously though, like I'm telling you, there's a thing.
And that's the first thing you said, Steve. They're called spreaders.
Laserbolt just said, ever used the Jaws on a Tesla? I haven't yet. I'm waiting with bated breath. Let me get at that thing.
I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. I think either the Tesla will fight against it in some way, like some arm that we didn't know existed will come out and like push it away. Yeah. Or you'll crush the entire car. Like it'll just be like, and like, oh no.
Yeah, right. No. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Evan, you really made my dreams come true today with the conversation I've always wanted to have about the spreaders.
Ken, can I steal just 2 minutes of your time today?
Oh yeah, going? But the show's live though. You know.
Yeah.
What are you selling?
Well, I want to hit one more point. So I'm sitting as someone who used to, coordinate emergency people in your, in your security job. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting on the desk this morning. There's nobody else above me. I'm not an officer. I am the senior guy on my crew. So below our lieutenant, it's just me. Everyone else above me is they've disappeared. They've made themselves scarce. I have this one kid who I cannot believe he graduated the academy. It was like, stick him with the pointy end type talk just about every single day about something. Yeah. And I'm like, and who'd you have for this class at the academy? And they passed you. And like, do you have any stories of anybody like how did you get to this point in life? Why are you responsible for other people's safety?
Yeah, a lot of them are driving cars around Steve. Yes.
Yeah, everyone I was in rush hour traffic with today is my answer. Go ahead, Ken. Sorry.
Unfortunately, the industry I was in is an underpaid, undertrained, underrespected industry, which I get from a distance. But my point always was, make fun of mall cops all you want. Call them rented cops, call them Paul Blart. I got it. Make fun of them. But we are literally the first line. Like the fire department or police, unless someone else they don't show up. Bomb threats, the police department would be like, did you guys search already? Like we were the ones searching for it. The police wouldn't come out until we found what might be a device. If an earthquake hit, fire trucks, the local houses, you know this, Evan, they're going to do a circle around the city to find the area of need. So chances are you're on your own. So pay us and train us accordingly. That's my big statement. Pay us and train us accordingly. We are, in 9/11 on those towers, a lot of those security personnel were the first to have to deal with the situation, right? So that serious aside, I worked with some of the dumbest fucks ever to walk the planet, Evan. Some of the dumbest people ever to walk the planet. True story. Training me and another dude, training a dude, and we asked him... We're talking about, because, the property, like, go to the north end, go to the west corridors, whatever, directions are important. So the guy didn't know, and he was getting lost. And we asked, where, like, do you know north? And swear to God, he pointed up.
Oh, my God.
I'm not lying. He pointed up. So, yes, I got countless stories. And guess what? A lot of them went on to be police officers, and they all drive big trucks.
That's surprising.
You can't make it up. But
and I'll tell you what. And Evan, I'm being serious. Some of the smartest ones went on to be firefighters.
How about that?
I'm just saying.
Well, I'll tell you, this one probationary firefighter got me very close to doing the pencil trick from The Dark Knight to myself.
Which is what I tried to do in second grade.
Yeah.
Oh, man. God bless you. All right. Evan, thank you. Very entertaining.
Thank you, Ken.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Man. I love it. Love it. About Vulcaners, it doesn't exactly inspire the need for respect. Part. Well, but that's what I'm saying. If you paid more, like in my industry, we were literally like recruiting at bus stations. No disrespect, Brady. We were literally finding and that's why. So people have, it's easy to make fun of private security types because it's usually the bottom rung, and we're asking, God bless them, we're asking the bottom rung to be the first responder on a car accident or a heart attack or a stroke or a myriad other kind of medical issues, which
traumatic situations
all the time. It's not just, that's why I could always get mad. Yeah. What do you stop shoplifters? No, that's not even legally what we're supposed to do. That's like number 56 on things we help other people with. And then you're paying at the time people $7.50. and that's why you're going to get the service you get. But it's but security, anywhere you see security, it's just for insurance purposes. It's just for that ownership of that property to tell the insurance companies we tried, and they don't care who's walking around in those uniforms.
Okay.
They don't.
Well, see. Okay, Ken. Here's a Patreon idea for you. Like way down the road. If you did you ever see the South Park episodes about Black Friday with when Stan Marsh becomes a can we do a Patreon watch along for that 3-episode arc of South?
I would love that.
So you can just give us the commentary on the security guard, because it's like half Game of Thrones and half Stan Stan's dad Randy is a security guard. So you can
when was that released? When was that released?
I remember this vividly. This was when the PS4 and the Xbox One came out. This was like season probably 4 or 5 of Game of Thrones, maybe season. I think it was season 4 or 5. This is 2013ish, I think. And so it was Black Friday about when those consoles came out, and then so the Game of Thrones was the subplot with the kids about the console wars, and then the other subplot was Randy Marsh was a security guard so that he could get in the front of the line on Black Friday.
Yeah, so that's what's funny. Yeah, 2014 tracks. I was still in the business, but I had stopped watching South Park like after like 99 for no reason. Wasn't I saw the movie, but no problems. Just didn't watch it. But my friends, Matt Key and Brittany Wallach, now they're married, big fans. And they were like, "Hey, did you see this thing?" And I immediately got I was like, "No, I do not. I'm not going to watch something making fun of security. Fuck anyone who says Paul Blarts, fuck anyone that says Mallrats, all this." And they're like, no. You've got to see. And so I came over and we watched it, and I was like, this is the best piece of art ever made. This is the best piece of art ever made.
Let's do it.
On one of my final Black Fridays, I watched as a horde of shoppers ripped open the glass doors that were locked and shut. I watched them do this, and then just rip them open and storm into the mall.
They're the White Walkers. It's perfect. It's perfect.
For shoes and deals that they think they're getting.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right. Speaking of Game of Thrones, let's just go ahead and bring in Mr. Jared the TIE Pilot. How are you doing, buddy? And answer the questions. Have you ever stuck a pencil in your eye? Crawfish? And what kind of truck do you have?
Oh God, I thought I was gonna die listening to you two for a minute there.
You sound like General Grievous, by the way. I'm gonna point out you sound like General Grievous. Check your settings.
Good man. So that's what I need right away.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I don't take subtles, but no pencil in the eye. Got pencil mark in the wrist from like 3rd grade or something like that. Got stabbed by a classmate.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So
did you deserve it? Self-defense? What happened?
No. That was the 90s before.
Oh, yeah.
It
was
was
stabbing people with pencils. Yep.
No, before. I'm trying to say this delicately, like as a neurospicy kid, but like it was one of those. He shouldn't have been with the general population. We'll put it that way. He was an angry person who should. Yeah. Any whoosies.
Okay. And I agree. Tully. You're a pick. Absolutely agree with Tully. My frustration lies with the fact that our first responders should not be the bottom rung. They should be how they train. 100%. Absolutely agree with that, Tully. All right. Jared, anything else on your mind before we get to Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah. As far as the truck conversation, it's funny.
Yeah, he says.
It's funny how you guys describe it, because it's always the same. The dudes driving the trucks, very pristine, going to their office jobs. My father has a big truck, and he was an OR nurse before he retired, so obviously needed a Silverado.
And who does he vote for?
No, he's on the right side of that one.
Okay. But he proved me wrong, so you have to prove me wrong.
He's got his Patriots, his New England Patriots sticker. That's about it.
Yeah. Love that.
But
okay.
One of the regulars who's there every morning to get her coffee from the Dunks, she's got this big old Ford with pink rims, but this thing is beat the hell with her cowboy boots coming on and a fresh load of whatever farm material in the back. I'm like, that truck has seen more work in 12 hours than anybody else's. Good for her.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if even in town, like I get it. I'm not here to. I always like to stand up for the working folks, and if that your job requires that truck, God bless you. And if you live out where you do have pigs and a goat farm, like absolutely, like that's the thing. But like there was back in the GPA days, I won't out her because I still connect with her on Instagram, and I actually thought she was delightful. She was an actress. She was like a former Playmate centerfold, and she was coming to do GPA. And her and her husband, they had like one of those big giant truck SUV things, right? She's like 5'1". She crashed coming into our parking garage. She hits things, run over things, and she's like, I always do that. And it's like, because you can't see over the truck. like you need to either be on like short round in Temple of Doom on like books and like bricks blocks attached to your feet. Like, what are you doing driving this truck?
Oh my Lord, no, you're not wrong. That is great.
Yep.
Also for Thanksgiving sides, my I don't know how prevalent this particular side is, but my mother does this really good broccoli and cheese casserole where it's good chunks of broccoli, cream of mushroom soup, Swiss cheese, and then Ritz crackers for the breadcrumbs and butter on top, baked nicely.
Okay. All right. I'll take. I might do without the Ritz, but I love Ritz crackers. They're so buttery. Jared, I think that's a great choice. Great alternate there. All right. As he likes to do, Jared calls in with a question about Game of Thrones. As our Game of Thrones rewatch continues, here either live on the Blathering or later on Casterly Talk, subscribe to both. If you're on one, go check out the other. Because Game of Thrones, exciting news. Night of Seven Kingdoms already renewed for a season 2, and House of Dragon coming back in the summer. So 2026 Casterly Talk will be active. But Jared, we're looking at season 7, episode 3, The Queen's Justice. Who made this episode possible?
Oh yeah, no, we got D&D doing some writing duties for the first time this season. Lore coming back for directing, and and holy Majibus, this was a packed episode. So there's so much you could easily get lost in talking to. So on that note, I kind of just was like, you know who I want to focus on? Title character Cersei getting that sweet justice revenge.
Yeah, go ahead, Jared. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say just everything coming up aces for Cersei that episode.
Yeah, no, absolutely. An episode titled "The Queen's Justice," and we have 3 queens on display, and their versions of justice: Cersei, Daenerys, and I'll throw the Queen of Thorns in there, Olenna Tyrell, in her final episode, and one of the greatest send-offs of all time. But that's also about a form of justice. Yeah. It's fascinating. This episode is really packed, and it's packed with great conversations, great one-on-ones, which are, of course, the staple of Game of Thrones. I think the action and the dragons and all the things that the show got the headlines for, I think what made the show were the one-on-one Robert Baratheon, Cersei Lannister conversations, and this episode has a ton of them that I think get forgotten when celebrating the show overall. So what is your favorite form of justice, Jared? Is it Cersei kissing Tywin Sand and making Ilaria Sand watch her slowly die?
Yeah, no, I think you can't top Cersei for just really, because given that great speech, she even explains the reasoning, like, how do I get just the perfect amount, the too quick of the head crush, or just, and then not even saying it, just letting her figuring it out in the moment with the kiss.
Yeah,
and Qyburn coming in with the cure and all the info. It's like, how does you figure that out, Qyburn? You are a clever man.
Anton Lesser, obviously one of our favorites, and loved him in Andor as Partagas as well. And this is this rewatch is also about going back to when I first kind of took these episodes in, and I remember the very first viewing. I think I was by myself, or maybe I was with Grace. I can't remember, but like, I just remember like Cersei walks into the jail cell, and like I was like, they really messed up her lipstick, man. It's really I felt so dumb. Cersei would have defeated me. This is one of the things that I obviously love about the show, but love about Lena Headey and what she brought to this role. Yes, she is vindictive. She is vengeful. She is cruel. She's a monster, as Olenna Tyrell says to Jaime Lannister. Great conversation at the end too, as we said, but also great conversation about stuff with Jaime. But watching this scene, and I like Ilaria Sand. I like Tyen Sand. I like the folks of Dorm. But Jared, you're kind of oddly on her side, much like we were at the end of season 6. She is a monster, but some of this vengeance or the seeking of this vengeance or this justice is kind of earned, and this is why she is such a cult favorite for a lot of fans.
Oh, 100%. This is righteous courtside justice right here.
Yeah.
Like, lawyers got involved and like, no, this one's okay. It's just, you're right. We can't. It's like you said earlier in the Blathering tonight. You don't trust Marjorie Taylor Greene, but you're gonna let her take swings at the dude.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So you got Cersei's justice, and then on the other side you got Danny John. It's some great stuff. Again, this is why I think this episode is where the show this season speeds up a little bit too fast. And I don't. And in retrospect, it's not just simply. I remember a lot of people complain, and this is when I was over on Collider for season 7. That suddenly Davos and Jon are at Dragonstone, and you have the great line with Davos being like, "Here's Jon Snow, the King of the North. Love of the exchange." But to me, the speed of the show wasn't that. Like, I didn't need to see them traveling. The speed of the show was, I think, the end of this episode with 2 great battles in 2 places that we wanted to spend time on for the previous 6 seasons, which is Highgarden and Castle Rock. And then we have this artistic choice to have Tyrion basically describe the battle at Castle Rock, and then you think, wow, they're winning, and then the reveal is that they lose, and then Euron's navy is already there and has done this great swim around the bottom of Westeros, and then you go to Highgarden, and you don't get to see the Battle of Highgarden, and I think I'm okay with it now, years later, going, yeah, I think they made an artistic choice. We didn't need, how many more battles did we need to see? That wasn't the point. We needed to get to the Olenna stuff. We needed to move that stuff forward, but I think that's where the speed of this season starts to pick up and starts to rub up against some people's desires. Did you experience it at all watching it?
A little bit. I'm with you most of the way. Like the boat ride, I didn't need, a random character building conversation about the time Davos befriended a frog or something like that.
I might be a crabber, but I'll tell you this about frogs. Yeah.
Right. But the one thing I kind of was a little disappointed on was the lack of even just a CGI look around of both castles, Highgarden and the Rock. Like, just they're beautifully described in the books as being very upscale, money well spent castles. So seeing something more of that would have been nice. Again, didn't need the battle, but just a nice swoop in, would have been a nice setting.
I am one who's always, on I have it, back here, but it's like the Throne, the show version of the Throne, obviously very different than the super elevated, over the top book Throne, and it just wouldn't have worked. It would have been silly. So I think they made a great compromise, and I love what they do in House of Dragon with all the swords out there. I think that's a great way to look at it. But I do think, I think there was a little bit of like, that was it with Castle Rock, a very important place, a place we had spent so much time hearing about, and it's not even as high, it's this and that. And again, I don't throwing any darts at the producers, anything. I'm just like, it wasn't the focus. I got it. But I think as a fan, I wanted a little bit more. So I did feel that in this episode.
Yep. And I think it's one of those small, I hate to say lessons learned because I love GOT and everything it did. But like, for example, in House of the Dragon, when we got to Storm's End, they gave us that beautiful shot in an actual storm. Like, again, could have easily not have used that shot, just have him fly in. But that was like a very nice way to set that scene. Yeah,
it's almost as the show, which did have a big budget, but not an unlimited one, had to make a choice or something about it. But I think it, does. In the end, it's a small grievance for me, but I get it now. But some amazing scenes in this episode. Dany and Jon facing off, like I said, and getting to know each other, and then Jorah. I love the Jorah and Sam Tarly scene with Broadbent's Maester. doing the whole thing and not rewarding him, all the stuff.
Your reward is you didn't get expelled.
Yeah, that's the reward. Jim Broadbent is so amazing. And then even the Cersei stuff with Ilaria Sand, and then leading all the way to the Jamie Olenna stuff. It's remembered because of Olenna's Diana Riggs, the late Diana Riggs send-off, which is one of the great mic drops of all time. Tell Cersei it was me. But the conversation she's having with Jamie is important. He's admitting that she's a monster maybe, but she's my monster. And there's a lot of points, and I didn't write them all down, and I apologize to my audience here, but there's a lot of points in this episode where, even with Tyrion talking to Dany, there's a lot of things John's even saying about, you don't want to burn the city. They're kind of saying this stuff's going to happen. And it's all about, can these characters untangle that path a little bit? And I'm not saying if you don't like season 8 that gives it a pass. I'm just saying they were working towards some of the stuff. And it becomes clearer on rewatch. And this episode had a lot of that for me.
Oh, 100% agree with that. It's, if you don't like the season, that's fine, but don't come telling me it can't, all these things happened out of nowhere and don't make story sense. It was always there, especially with Dany since season 1. You could have called that, ending with her in season 8, from the start.
And definitely from season 3 is where they always say they locked in. But yes, there's, and I wish I wrote them down. I was just kind of soaking up the scenes on this episode, but there's a lot of those little moments.
Yeah, no, there's one last small, just fun moment that I enjoyed for this episode was the measuring contest between Euron and Jamie in the throne room when he presents the sand snakes.
We call this the finger in the bum scene. Yes.
That's just good. Go ahead.
Euron, we talked about it on a previous episode. Euron is a little bit of an amalgamation of some of the Greyjoy brothers overall, Balon's brothers overall. It's kind of it's its own take. I don't know if there's I sometimes wonder if there was actually room for this character at this point, but any of those kind of little grievances go away with some of the just over the top performances, the moments that we get from this character. I am okay with it in the end. He brought some life. Didn't always need his life, but he brought some life, and I enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So no, next week we're looking at the Spoils of War. Great battle scene, speaking of battles, and look forward to speaking that one with you, my friend.
Can't wait to rewatch that one. One of my favorite episodes, one of my favorite viewing experiences on the first time that one came across. And we do have Mark Gaddis's Tycho from Iron Bank there. That great scene, and that sets us up for next week there. You need some money. So that's why they go to Highgarden. But what happens to that money will be part of next week's discussion. Thank you, Jared, for your Game of Thrones conversation and question.
Always. You everybody stay safe. Have a good time.
All right, there we go. Let's get to some sports. Yeah, I agree with Dark Gundam here. You're definitely giving off Victorian vibes. Tully was Team Danny from the beginning, am now, and forever will be. I am too. Sad what happened. Steve, I'm looking at us here. We got everything we needed. It's time. My NFL picks were bad last week.
Weren't?
Did we determine? Oh no, I did okay, right?
4-1 last week. Yeah,
that's right.
I was salty about your picks because I didn't bet on them.
That's right. 4-1 last week, so I am 30-25.
30-25 on the season, dude. You have to come to terms that you're good at this.
Well, because with all the gambling problems going on in sports, which we're seeing a lot of it. A lot of things.
What are you talking about?
Those what's his name? Chauncey Billups and the poker and Antonio. Oh my
playing
god!
Poker with the mob isn't the same thing as betting on games.
Yeah. I agree with that.
But yeah, Terry Rozier shaving points because taking his own, telling people to take the unders on him and faking injuries. That's bad.
Yeah, not good. Not
That's
good.
not good.
Yeah, and I think we'll have to figure this out a little bit. I think we have to. But that's not us, and so I think that's why I'm having a tough time embracing my NFL prognostication skills.
Sorry. Well,
you know what?
Record speaks for itself, dude. So, and I don't tell you when I bet on your picks because I don't want to put that pressure on you. That's not on you. Oh, I have one too, by the way.
Well, let's do it because I'm not going to be here much longer on the show.
4
tonight.
picks. Let's do it.
Let's do. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do the buzzball. We did get a super chat tonight. One super chat coming in from Jared, who said for the balls because of course he would. So I'm going to see if I can buzzball my way through NFL picks. All right. What flavor did you got?
I'm trying to open it. I've got peach chiller.
Oh, that's a good one. It's a little tangy.
I haven't had this one yet. Yeah.
Which also is something Jared says. Hold on. Brady says, hey, Ken, your picks aren't the reason these players are betting on games. Yeah, it's just my guilty conscience from being a Christian kid growing up. All right. I got the Choco Chiller. I did like Choco Cat is my favorite of the Hello Kitty characters. So there we go. All right, here we go.
I don't know what to think about that. Sorry for listening on Spotify.
Tully Quinn, chug those balls. I almost didn't go all the way down.
That was better than I was expecting. I'm not a peach guy.
Another thing Jared
was good.
Said. All right, the peach one's good.
Peach is good.
The peach is good. Balls up. All right. Woo!
Balls
Be the
down.
man. You got the beat the man. Wow. All right. Week 12 NFL picks. Woo! Chester A. Arthur, 21st president of the United States.
These United States.
These United States. All right.
Whenever they say these United States, it always feels so much more important and like with the gravitas, doesn't it? It always just it gives you. It's like it gives you the goosies, like these United States. It's
how I like going. Today is November 20th, in the year of our Lord 2025. All right. Week 12 NFL picks.
30-25 on the season. Here we go. Game 1. No Dolphins this week. No Dolphins. Your Dolphins are on a bye. So we'll get to that at the end. We'll talk about that again. Anyways, week 12, game 1. Here we go. Indianapolis Colts at the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are a 3.5-point favorite at home. The 5-5 Kansas City Chiefs are a 3.5-point favorite at home against Indiana Daniel Jones and the Colts.
And what's the Colts record?
8-2 or something like that. 9-2, 8-2.
We got Carly Ursay Gordon. Carly Ursay Gordon just it's still the talk of the NFL. I do fear a trap game for Indianapolis. I also fear
Kansas City,
but I fear Kansas City being like, this is our last week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Travis Kelce being like, I can't go home. No, I can't go home in December. Like, come on. I got to spend time with her in January. Come on. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Colts.
Okay. Colts on the road. You're getting 3.5 points. So
I lost fantasy football so bad this week that Romo in the middle of Sunday benched half her team just so she could rest them.
Dude, if you go the whole season winless, we're gonna have to do something like that. I'm just saying, we need to get you a win.
I got to finish Wicked. I have to. I owe a DS9 pilot. Oh my god! All right, Colts. I'm going Colts on the road, Kansas City.
Colts.
Okay.
Game number 2, New England. We're on to Cincinnati, Ken. New England at Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a 6.5-point dog at home. But Joe Burrow is actually expected to play this week. So,
Broadway Joe. All right. I believe in the Patriots. What is painful for me to say.
Yeah, we blinked and they're good again. What the hell happened?
Painful for me to say. Yeah, right. Like the Dolphins had a chance, and the Bills had a chance to fill that void left by sweatpants McGee Belichick leaving and Brady going to his hyperbolic chambers. I'm going Patriots. I'm not even going to play games with it anymore. Patriots.
Okay. Patriots. A lot of points, but okay.
Yeah, a lot of points. I'm worried about those points, but Joe will probably hurt himself on the way. He'll probably try to buy another Batmobile and he'll get hurt in the locker room or something like that.
He's a funny guy, Joe Burrow.
Woo.
All right. I'm feeling it too. Game number 3, Tampa Bay, some good games this week. Tampa Bay at the Rams, LA Rams. Tampa Bay at the LA Rams. The Rams are I thought this was a surprising line. Rams are a 6.5-point favorite against Tampa Bay. I know Tampa Bay's a little banged up, but Baker is in the MVP race. Let's be honest. Like he's one of the dudes on the list. So any given Sunday kind of thing. This is a little bit of a revenge game for Baker. Remember, Baker played that Monday Night Football game for the Rams after he was signed from the Carolina practice squad. Because remember, Baker got thrown away by the Browns. The Browns said they needed an adult at quarterback, so they went and got Deshaun Watson. And so Baker was tossed to the side. He went to the Panthers and sucked, and so they tried to make him a safety on the practice squad, and then the Rams picked him up off the dirt because Stafford was hurt for a night, and he had an incredible game in Monday Night Football for the Rams, and now he returns to L.A., the prodigal son now for Tampa Bay, and in the conversation for MVP along with Matt Stafford quarterbacking the Rams. This is a huge game, and the Rams getting 6.5. The Rams being favored by 6.5 points, I think, is disrespect to Baker Mayfield.
Wow. Okay. Brady did say.
I didn't realize I had so many takes on this game.
You did. Brady says Stafford is on a heater. I took the Rams last week. One of the reasons I was 4-1. It's at home, right? Is that SoFi?
Yes, that's SoFi, and the Rams are on an absolute heater. Like the Rams look like the best team in football.
If you're concerned about traffic, like you were early in the show, Steve, do not go to SoFi. Take a ride share and get dropped off 4 towns over. Okay. I do agree the disrespect to the Buccaneers. I do agree. Cody Hall somewhere going, yeah, that's bad. But I got to tell you, when a team's hot, a team's hot. Matthew Stafford is 30, what is he, 76 years old now? 30, 39, 38?
78, yeah.
I'm going Rams. And I think big.
Rams big. Okay.
Rams big.
6.5 points, so it's going to be at least a touchdown. All right.
That Choco Chiller is hitting me.
Dude, tell me about it. The peach is getting to me, and also one of my lights is like doesn't know what it's doing. It keeps switching between like white and yellow, and so I'm just freaking out over here. So
I see that now.
Sorry,
it's okay. At least you don't look like a fisherman. Like
see, now it's white again. See, now I'm white again. Yeah, see,
haunted.
Yeah.
You're haunted. Yeah. Okay. All right. Pick number 4.
Game number 4. Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers expected to play with what we thought was a broken hand. At Chicago. Chicago is a 2.5-point favorite. Apparently, Caleb Williams is good, and the Bears are Bears look kind of like pretty decent.
Looking real, right? Like it's not just like, I'm
they're
shocked.
favored 2.5 points against Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh's not like a pushover.
In chat, Laserbolt Vids, subscribe to his channel, said bear, as if he's warning us that there's a bear here.
Hey, bear.
and he corrects it. He corrects it, but I'm not going to let him correct it. Bears at home. It's going to be cold, right? Cold.
I mean, it's Chicago in November. I didn't do a weather report. I imagine it's not going to be warm. But it's Pittsburgh. It's not like they're not used to the.
Oh yeah, no, I know. They got Heinz ketchup in their blood. I need the Pittsburgh Steelers to be in a state of chaos because in 3 games the Dolphins play them. I am going to manifest that, and I'm going to go Bears.
We're still doing this thing where we're counting Dolphins wins. All right, it's their bye week, and we should talk about what your Dolphins thoughts are. All right, we're going Bears. 2.5 points.
Do it once.
Bears.
Right. I blame that on the buzzball. Okay. All right. Rest in peace, George Wendt. All right, final pick of the week.
No Dolphins. So we are going with, instead of your team, we're going with my team.
Okay.
My Philadelphia Eagles, your Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles, are on the road at the place we don't like to say out loud, the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are a 3.5-point underdog at home.
And the Cowboys are feeling pretty confident after a win over a Little League football team. In a great stadium. I'll tell you what, I watched a little bit of that game, and now that I spent a whole day at that stadium, I felt I knew it pretty well. I was like, oh, there's a bathroom right behind there. Oh, that's the way you get the catering there. It was good. Eagles. Why would you even fuck around with that? Eagles.
Let's go Birds. Hell yeah. I'm scared.
Jerry, I don't have a problem with Jerry Jones as much as other people. I liked that doc, but Nah, he should hand over the reins.
I got
It's
some
done.
stories I can tell you about Jerry Jones.
Yeah, sure. There you
Yeah,
go.
no, but I
There you go.
appreciate that. Go Birds. Jalen Carter, hopefully, as long as he doesn't spit on anyone, will actually play this game, unlike week 1 this
week
year,
1.
in which he spat. But Dak spit first. Spitgate. Dak
He spat.
spit.
He spat.
Spit with past tense. I don't know. I wasn't a journalism major. But anyways, Dak spit first in the direction of Jalen Carter, and Jalen just said, "Fuck that! I'm just gonna hit the target dead on." And Jalen was the one who got punished. So whatever.
Did what he had to do.
But hopefully he'll play in this game. But Dak Prescott, like low key, Ken, you heard it here first. Dak Prescott kind of owns the Eagles. So Dallas getting.
Should I change my pick?
points.
Should I change my?
No,
pick?
I'm not telling you to change pick. I do this thing if you don't tell too many Eagles fans, this is just between you and me, Ken. I do this thing, and I may or may not have done this during the Super Bowl. I do this thing like 3 or 4 times a year with the Eagles when I don't feel great about a game, where I do the whole emotional hedge.
Just tell me.
And I bet on the team against that they're playing. So in this case, I may or may not take Dallas with 3.5 points, because then if the Eagles win, the Eagles win. I'm happy. If the Eagles lose, I win $200.
You might have a problem. But also,
we've been doing picks for how long? You just now established it.
I do agree that this is a good energy. This is good energy. This is manifesting. Colts, Patriots,
Don't tell
Rams,
Rads,
Bears,
don't tell anyone
Eagles. Those are my picks. 30 and 25. I'm racing towards a second year being over 500.
In the green. Yeah, you're
the green.
Dude, you are doing better than like half the analysts on ESPN.
I know. I should be Matthew Barry or whatever the hell he is. I should be those guys. Hire me, Fox.
Well, he does fantasy, and that's not exactly.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I'm not good. I'm 0-11. And I'm down. Oh my God. So my fantasy team.
Dude, how does that happen?
This is my return. This is my return to fantasy football, and I'm pretty good at fantasy sports. All right. My baseball team finished in the money this year. Been in that league for since 1999, almost like 25, 26 years. I haven't done football for a while. I was like, now granted, I was in Las Vegas, like walking around a casino with Mark Ellis, going to meet Jay Schrader and Randall Cunningham, and I'm drafting from my phone. And that might have been what sunk me. In fact, I was trying to get to Jay Schrader to ask him who to draft, but I drafted Jaden first. He's out. Michael Penix, backup quarterback. Done. I am down to Kirk Cousins and his trad wife as my quarterback. This is I'm not going to win a game. Not going to win a game.
Yeah, I picked up the Saints defense this week for that reason. But no, I feel for you. Here's the thing. Your team, like on paper, is not an 0-11 team.
No, it's not.
You have just had, it's really not. Like, that's not cope, as the kids say.
Yeah.
Your team is not an 0-11 team on paper. It simply isn't. You have had the absolute shittiest luck I've ever seen from a fantasy football player in the 15 years I've played fantasy football.
Look, I know, and Brady says it's because he drafted a quarterback first. No, Jaden Daniels
getting hurt sucks for him. Yeah, no,
Jaden Daniels got hurt.
Yeah,
Michael Penix got hurt.
You've had so many injuries. Yeah,
AJ Brown is like suddenly like Phil McConkey for the 86 Jets.
Exactly. Right.
Isaiah Pacheco became a third down back. He's out. People I picked up to replace those guys are out. It's just bad.
If it was 2022, your team would be like 8-2.
Bill's playing tonight. Thursday Night Football. All right, we're almost out of here. You want some Dolphin thoughts? Ask me. What are my Dolphin thoughts?
Okay, so are you doing the scheduling thing? Are you looking at the whole? Are you doing the whole like, oh my God, are we actually doing this thing where okay, if we do this and those teams lose and Pittsburgh sucks, we can actually get a wild card spot?
New Orleans, we got him.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking the schedule up right now. Okay, so Saints. Yeah, what else? Saints. Then
Cincinnati?
Your next game is the Jets.
Jets, we got him.
Okay.
So
now what's your record?
That would be 6-7.
Okay. Then you got the Steelers.
Then we got Steelers. It's going to be close, but I'm going to say 7-7. And then I think it's Cincinnati.
Okay, that's ambitious. And then Cincinnati. You're on to Cincinnati.
Boom. 8-7. 8-7.
8-7. Okay. Joe Burrow's back. Okay. You're delusional. All right. Go ahead. Buccaneers.
We got him 9-7.
You're not beating the Buccaneers. Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Nope. Look at our defense. Jordan Brooks, 20 tackles.
Not. Baker. Okay. And then you end with the Patriots.
9-8. We lose to the Patriots.
Okay. So you think you get in the playoffs at 9-8? Actually, in the AFC, you might get in the playoffs.
I don't know if we get in the playoffs. I'm not saying
you might honestly. No, I mean, looking at the Steelers are leading their division. If it depends on the Ravens, if the Ravens kind of complete this comeback that they're on, that could kind of screw you. Especially if the Steelers stay good. So you want one of those two teams to falter. Other than that, you need the Jaguars to start being shitty, and you need the Chargers to kind of continue their fall apart. But you're in the graphic. You're in the hunt graphic.
Yes, we're in the graphic. Here's the thing: we come back from the bye. All right, we're 4-7 when we go to play the Saints. If Kansas City loses this week, they're 5-6. We're 4-7. We win, we're 5-7. They lose that week, they're 5-7.
I love
we're in this.
All the teams. All the teams you're looking at is like, we're taking Kansas City's slot. We're in this. That's the ticket we're taking.
We're in this. And I'll tell you right now, Mike McDaniel's going to be our coach next year. I'm telling you, Mike McDaniel's going to be our coach.
Dude, if they were going to fire him, they would have done it 3 weeks ago.
They would have fired him. I think Stephen Ross was like, you know what? You're right. We gave you shitty players.
Yeah, you got pretty good players. And I really don't know. That's the thing.
We got good players, but we don't.
You have good players. It doesn't. I mean, Tyreek Hill being out sucks, but I don't know. Yeah.
Laserbolt says never lose hope, and he's a Detroit Lion fan. He has not seen hope since 1969.
This is not my original take. I've heard this from several different sports guys, but the Detroit Lions made two of the greatest players of their generation just quit football. So what does that tell you about Detroit?
Ouch, babe. Ouch. All right.
I love you, Laserbolt.
All right.
You too, Lord Norma.
All right. I love the Detroit Lions. I love Barry Sanders. Hey, everybody. This is our show. This is what we do. If you're just swinging through, or maybe you found me from Culture, Faith, and Politics, I swear more here to have. It's a little loud, but come, and I do buzzballs. Come hang out with us. No show Saturday because I'll be traveling, but I might do a special show. Also, hey, if you're Patreon supporter or Discord supporter and have a question for Blathering Mailbag, I need more questions. Go ahead and give me a question so I can do a video. And that is it. Steve, you, though, on Blathering Gaming are going to do... Oh, boy, that buzzball's hit me.
Yeah, me too, man.
You're going to do some streaming on Saturday.
We're hoping to do something Saturday, something this weekend. Stay tuned on the Discord / on socials for the timing on that. There's F1 is in Vegas this weekend, Ken, and so that's like my one guilty pleasure, and the timing is weird, so there's some conflict. So we'll figure it all out, but we'll do it. We're on the Return of the King. Come hang out with us. Come join.
There we go. Subscribe to Blathering Gaming. All right, everybody. We'll see you. Bye.